Hi, I'm John from SMUD.
Hi, I'm Brigida from SMUD, and today John is going to take us on a test drive in an electric vehicle and show people what it's like to ride and drive an electric car. John, what kind of car do we have here today?
Sure, this is a 2020 Chevrolet Bolt EV. It has an all-electric range of 250 miles, and it's one of the more popular EVs on the market today.
Are there a lot of electric vehicles for people to choose from?
Yes, there are. Just about every major automaker has an EV, and they have ranges, driving ranges, anywhere from on the low end around 100 miles up to well over 300 miles.
Wow, so does that mean a driver can drive 300 miles on a single charge?
Exactly, and it also means that because the average California driver only drives maybe 30 or 40 miles a day, that people don't have to charge every night necessarily, maybe only 2 or 3 times a week.
So tell me, how does somebody charge an electric vehicle?
Yeah, great question. There's basically 3 levels of EV charging. There's level 1 charging, level 2 charging, and what's called DC fast charging or supercharging if you have a Tesla. So this is a level 1 charger, and level 1 just refers to the fact that this plugs into a standard 120 volt outlet. Now this has a capacity to charge an EV at about a range of 4 or 5 miles of range per hour of charging. And the way it works is you just open it up, plug it into the wall, then you plug this end right into the EV, and then you walk away and it's done.
So does that charger come with an electric vehicle when you purchase one?
Yes, every new electric vehicle comes with a level 1 charger.
And do most people charge at home? Is that the easiest thing to do?
It really is. About 80 to 85% of EV charging takes place at home. It's very convenient. So a typical scenario is you come home from work or running your errand, you plug in your EV, and every morning you wake up with a full tank. We like to say that your garage is your gas station. What we have here is what's referred to as a level 2 charger. Level 2 refers to the fact that it runs on a 240 volt circuit, much like a dryer or a stove in the common household. Now this is the exact type of charger, there's lots of others like it, that you would install in your garage at home. It'll charge at a much faster rate than the level 1 charger, where that would add 4 or 5 miles of range per hour of charging. This type of charger can add as many as 10, even 35 or 40 miles of range per hour of charging. You'll also find these out around town in malls, in movie theater, parking lots, any place where you'd spend a lot of time. Now, as you can see, this is the exact same plug that was on the level 1 charger, and it plugs into the same spot on the car. One of the things you really notice about EVs is the quiet and smooth ride. There's no pistons, no motor turning. It's an electric motor, so it's very quiet, very smooth. It's common for people to comment when they get into an EV for the first time, boy, this is like riding in a spaceship. As I merge onto traffic, you can really feel the power and the acceleration of the EV. EVs have direct current or DC motors in them, and they're very responsive. So when you press on the accelerator, it just takes off, which is really great when you're in passing mode or getting on a freeway or just need that extra burst of power. So when you need to pass someone, that acceleration really comes in handy. Very responsive, very quick, and when you press on the accelerator, it just takes off right away. So as I take my foot off the accelerator, the regenerative braking kicks in on a car, and you can see right down here that little green circle going around regen. What that is the car's motor turns into a generator when you take your foot off the accelerator, and it starts slowing the vehicle down just a little bit. But as it generates that power, it's putting that electricity back into the battery, so it's actually recharging your battery, which is a great advantage because you don't use your brakes nearly as much. And it's not uncommon for people to go years between brake changes and that kind of maintenance in an electric vehicle because of regenerative braking. Wow, what I'm feeling right now is just how well this car handles. EVs have the battery packs in the middle of the vehicle, and it's very low under the floorboard, and so they have a low center of gravity, and they really handle curves well. So that low center of gravity helps in all kinds of road and weather conditions and really builds confidence as you're driving, really feeling control. Now I'm out at a local neighborhood grocery store shopping center, and this is what's referred to as a DC fast charger, sometimes also called a quick charger or occasionally a level 3 charger. Now these are high-powered charging units that you'll only find out in public places. They will provide as much as an 80% charge in as little as 20 or 30 minutes, depending on how big your battery is in your car. Now they're very easy to use. You simply take the handle and you plug it in just like we did with the level 1 and level 2 charger, and then you follow the directions that are on the screen. It's as easy as paying with a credit card, just like you would with anything else. Or you can use a phone app for these.
So on your drive, did you mention maintenance? What's the maintenance involved with owning electric vehicles?
That's a common question, especially with an all-battery vehicle, battery electric vehicle. There's no oil, so there's no oil changes, which is not only a great convenience, but it's also a good cost savings too. I talked a little bit on the drive about regenerative braking and how the engine acts as a generator and charges the batteries and slows the vehicle at the same time, so brakes aren't used as much and they don't require nearly as much maintenance or replacement over time. So overall, there are way fewer moving parts, a lot less heat, a lot less friction in an electric vehicle. So that all adds up to less wear and tear and lower cost of ownership, lower maintenance costs. The only regular maintenance for most EVs is just rotation of tires.
In addition to the thousands of dollars available through federal tax incentives and our EV rate credit, SMUD also provides an instant rebate that you can get right at the dealer or showroom of up to $750 when you purchase or lease a new plug-in electric vehicle. For details or to find a participating dealer, go to cleanfuelreward.com. We covered a lot of ground in today's test drive, but there is a lot more information available at smud.org/driveelectric. Check out our PlugStar shopping assistant there, where you can find out a lot more about EVs in general, compare one to another, cost of ownership, all the subjects that we talked about today and more, and go in depth with all of them.
On behalf of Brigida, myself, and SMUD, we want to thank you for joining us on today's EV virtual test drive. We hope you got a lot out of this, and we hope to see you driving electric soon.